Hey guys, it's Larry Greenberg, and today we're taking a look at the D-Link Wi-Fi baby camera with pan and tilt functionality. This is an MSRP of $229.99, and boy, do I wish it was available when my kids were babies. They're all older now. My youngest is 9, so I don't really have much need for a baby camera, but if you do, you're going to want to check this out. So I have the box here. I just wanted to show it to you. I already have the camera set up. We're going to get to that in a second. I just wanted to show you some of the additional items that come with it, and that includes a wall mount so that you can permanently mount it into a position of your choosing, and then of course the quick start guide and instruction manual for setting it up. And then you get these additional accent colors. The camera comes pre-installed with white accent rings, but you also get blue ones and pink ones so that you can match the color of the camera up to your baby's room. You know, nowadays it's pink for girls, blue for boys, so that you can change out the color of the camera if you so choose. So let's get up and go over here and check out the camera itself, which I already have set up. And this is it. And you can see from the front, there's a lot going on with a couple LEDs, a power indicator, and a cloud indicator. There's a microphone at the top, the focus ring here in the center, and there's some more stuff on the side here. This panel actually removes, and this is one of the accent rings that you could switch out. And right there, there is a micro SD card slot. Now you can insert your own micro SD card. It doesn't come with one, and that will allow you to capture and store clips and pictures to the card. So if you want to forever capture moments like the first time your baby stands up in his or her crib, you can do that. On the back, there's a temperature sensor and then the micro USB plug. And the cable is really long, so you're sure to be able to set this up pretty much anywhere in your room or in your baby's room, and be able to position it wherever you want. So I'm going to switch over to the iPad right now, which I have right here. And to set up the camera, use this app. It's called, that'll focus. See if we'll get it to focus. We probably won't. But it's called My D-Link Baby, and it's a free app for both iOS and Android. And when you launch it, you will first set up your camera. And basically, that's a simple process that involves connecting the camera to the Wi-Fi network built into it, or connecting your iPad to it. And then once it's connected, switching it over to your own network. The whole setup process worked flawlessly and took me only a matter of maybe 15 minutes at the most. Once you're all set up, you'll get to this screen, which is kind of the splash screen. And here you can set functions like whether you're home or away. You can view this camera when you're in your home and away from your home. You can search for new cameras, add additional cameras, and get help. If you already have a camera set up, it will be right here. You can name it whatever you want. I've just called mine D-Link. And when you are ready to access it, you just tap the camera and it will load up. Now I'm standing in front of it right now, as you can see. Here I am. Woo! And the cool thing about this camera is, we'll get all of the functionality in a minute, but since I'm standing right in front of it, if you press the screen, you can actually access the tilt and pan options. And then by just tapping on here, I can move this out of the way so I'm not standing in front of it anymore. And now I've panned over to the right. At any time you want to go back to center, you just tap that center button and it will move the camera back to center. And you can see now I'm blocking the view. But now if I tap here again, it will pan over to the right, and I won't be blocking it anymore. Now there are some icons going on here on the bottom. The first one is a microphone. The camera does have two-way audio, so that if I turn this on, and of course unmute it, I can actually talk through the camera. I'm not sure if you're hearing that, but I'm speaking through my iPad and it's going to the camera itself. So if you want to talk to your baby while he or she is in the crib, you can do that, which is kind of cool. I'm going to stop the audio now. You can capture clips yourself. We'll get to the alerts in a second, but you can take a picture or record a video yourself if you want to at any time. If you witness something going on. This does have an alert feature, which is kind of neat in the settings, which is up here. You can set up all different features for alerts, whether it's an audio alert or a motion alert. Basically, This camera has the ability to detect sound and motion, and you can set up the sensitivity of that here, and it will send you a push notification when it detects that sound and motion. And then if you've got that SD card in there, it will record that event. You can also set up temperature detection. As you can see, you can set a range of temperatures, and it will alert you if it falls below or goes above that range of temperature, you know, in the room that you have the camera set in. So the other thing this does, which is really neat, is it has this lullaby feature. So if you tap this right here, you can choose from 5 lullabies or put your own on the SD card. And if I tap that, and we'll wait a second, it will actually play a lullaby through the camera. So imagine, like, you know, you're in the middle of the night, you wake up because the camera has alerted you that your baby is crying, and you just grab your iPad, tap one of those lullabies, and it, you know, lulls your baby back to sleep, which is kind of cool. The pan and tilt functionality, which I mentioned earlier, works pretty well. There is a little bit of kind of stuttering, if you will, but it's not all that terrible. You know, you're not going to be, I don't think, moving around a full 360 degrees with this, but you do have some functionality with that. And you can go all in pretty much any direction, which is kind of neat. You can go up and down, side to side. There I'm going almost a full 180, but pretty neat. You can get into, like, you know, all the different angles of your room if you want. And like I said, at any time, if you want to drop back to center, you just press that middle button to do that. So there are a lot of baby cameras on the market, but I will say I have found this one to be probably the simplest to use and set up, and it packs the most features, everything you'd want, whether it's the audio, two-way audio, whether it's the motion and sound detection, the ability to record clips, the additional lullaby feature. Like I said, if my kids are young, there's no doubt I'd own one of these and have them in their rooms, keeping an eye on them for sure. So you can learn more about this D-Link wireless baby camera via the link I'll have in the video description. I'll also have a link down there to my full review of it over on runaroundtech.com. Check that out for more pictures and insights and all that. As always, if you have any questions about this or anything else, feel free to drop me a line down below. Otherwise, have a great day.